of all the degrees, please rise.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as the chairperson of the Senate of Indian Institute of Technology, Kanpur, I do hereby admit each of these candidates to the respective degrees and charge them to prove worthy of the same throughout their life.
The recipients of all the degrees, please be seated. I request the Chairperson Senate to please read out the citation for the award of honorary degree of Doctor of Science to Dr. Tessie Thomas.
Dr. Tessie Thomas, hailed as the Missile Woman of India, was born in April 1963. She obtained her bachelor's degree in electrical engineering from the Government Engineering College, Thrissur. She went on to earn her master's in guided missiles from Institute of Armament Technology, Pune, master's in operations management from Indira Gandhi National Open University, and doctorate in missile guidance from JNTU, Hyderabad. Currently distinguished scientist and Director General of Aeronautical Systems with Defense Research and Development Organization, Dr. Thomas joined the DRDO in 1987 as a scientist in Guided Missiles Wing. Subsequently, she rose through the ranks to become a project director and made stellar contributions to DRDO's weapons program. Popularly known as Agni Putri, Thomas broke the prevailing patriarchal norm when she was chosen to oversee the launch of the Agni series of missiles. As project director for the Agni 4 and Agni 5 missiles, she became the first women scientist to lead a missile program in India. She oversaw the successful launch of the intercontinental ballistic missiles. Her expertise in solid propellant systems has enabled India to take its missile technology to newer heights. For her enduring contributions to the development of missile technology, Dr. Tessie Thomas has been conferred several prestigious awards, including DRDO Scientist of the Year 2008, DRDO Performance Excellence Awards, Lal Bahadur Shastri National Award for Excellence in Public Administration, an Outstanding Women Achiever Award by Women in Science and Engineering. Dr. Tessie Thomas, in pursuing her passion for research in an area that has traditionally remained inaccessible to women and carving for herself a life in science, remains a source of inspiration to scientists everywhere. IIT Kanpur takes pride and pleasure in conferring upon Dr. Tessie Thomas the award of the degree of Doctor of Science, honoris causa, on this day, 28th of June, 2019.
I request the Chairperson Senate to come forward for the award of degree of Doctor of Science, honoris causa, to Dr. Tessie Thomas. I request the Chairperson, Board of Governors, to please come forward and present a memento to Dr. Tessie Thomas.
Very respected Chief Guest, Shri Mohan Reddy Garu, Chairman BOG, Honorable Dr. Radhakrishnan, Director Dr. Karantikar, and all the members present here on the stage as well as off the stage. A very good morning to all of you. It's really an honor and a proud moment for me to get graduated with a degree from the prestigious institution of our country. This institution has given to our country very eminent personalities, giant entrepreneurs, all are here present today in the audience, and it's a great moment for this country that this institution is bringing out the eminent and brilliant brains to nurture our requirements of this country. I am really thankful to DRDO in giving me the opportunity to work on this field of missile technology, and always encouraging to achieve something which is a challenge to our country. The technologies which is denied, we make it happen, all because of the inspiration from our total scientific community. Again, we have lot of interaction. This first of its kind technologies, it's the institutions and the engineers in the academicians form. They give us the know-how, technology, wherein which we work into and realize systems of Agni and anti-satellite or UAVs, fighter aircrafts, any of this field if you take. The energy and the brain and the knowledge comes from the academicians, and that is where it makes our country to this greater heights. I once again thank IIT and the BOG and for giving me and honoring me with this award. Thank you.
I request the Chairperson Senate to please read out the citation for the award of honorary degree of Doctor of Science to Srimati Sudha Murthy.
Srimati Sudha Murthy, an engineer, a teacher, a social worker, and prolific author in Kannada and English, was born on 19th August 1950. She obtained her bachelor's degree in electrical engineering from BVB College of Engineering and Technology, which is now known as KLE Technological University in Hubli, where she happened to be the only women student. Battling her way through the patriarchal mindset of her peers on the issue of girls opting for a career in engineering, she topped her BE examinations. She went on to pursue her master's from Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore in 1974, and was conferred the gold medal of the Indian Institute of Engineers for her superlative performance. Srimati Sudha Murthy put up a valiant fight against the then prevailing prejudices against women engineers at workplace. To illustrate an incident, in April 1974, Telco's advertisement for recruiting engineers carried a statement that lady candidates need not apply. Perturbed by this obvious gender discrimination, she wrote a letter to J.R.D. Tata, the then head of the Tata Group, bringing the issue to his attention. Impressed by her courage and forthrightness, the industry leader arranged an interview for her. Srimati Sudha Murthy got through the interview and was offered a position. She took up the job and thus became the first woman employee of Telco. Srimati Murthy drew inspirations from J.R.D. Tata and adopted philanthropy as a way of life. She started the Infosys Foundation, a public charitable trust, in 1996 as one of the trustees. The mission of the foundation is to support the less privileged sections of society, create opportunities, and strive towards a more equitable society. The foundation continues to support programs in the areas of education, rural development, healthcare, arts, and culture in remote regions across the country. Srimati Murthy has helped in establishing around 50,000 libraries in Karnataka. As chairperson of the Infosys Foundation, she launched the Arohan Social Innovation Awards to recognize the work of entrepreneurs in the area of social impact. As an author, Srimati Sudha Murthy has written short stories, novels, non-fictions, travelogues, technical books, and memoirs, both in Kannada and English. She is also a columnist for several English and Kannada dailies. She has been conferred several awards and honorary doctorates, for her literary and philanthropic endeavors. Some of the notable awards bestowed on her include the R.K. Narayan Award for Literature, Padma Shri from the Government of India. She was also conferred honorary Doctor of Law degree for her contributions towards legal educations and scholarships in India. Besides her astonishing contributions to the cause of education and philanthropy, she has also been a pioneer in inspiring numerous women to opt for engineering as a career. IIT Kanpur takes pride and pleasure in conferring upon Srimati Sudha Murthy the award of the degree of Doctor of Science on this day, the 28th of June, 2019.
I request Chairperson Senate to please come forward for the award of the degree of Doctor of Science honoris causa to Srimati Sudha Murthy. I request Chairperson Board of Governors to please come forward and present a memento to Srimati Sudha Murthy.
Distinguished people on dais, ladies and gentlemen, my dear students. Actually, I'm an odd person to get this award because though I'm an engineer, I have not done much work in engineering. I have done much work with the human beings, I suppose. So getting an outstanding award like this from IIT, it really means a lot to me. I have a special connection with IIT Kanpur. The obvious reason is Narayan Murthy is from Hall 5, which I see ritually every time when I come here. And I have built a building here, Kadim Diwan building for the computer science, which is very dear to me because it's my grandfather who was a school teacher, gave me these values. Because of that, I stand in front of you. In his memory, I always consider IIT Kanpur the best place, and it's a special place in my heart. God asks many flowers for his puja or his worship. In Vishnu Purana it says, I want 8 flowers, God says to everybody. Ahimsa prathamam pushpam, pushpam indriya nigraham, sarva bhuta daya pushpam, kshama pushpam visheshataha, dana pushpam, dhyana pushpam, yoga pushpam tathaivacha, satyam ashtavidham pushpam, vishnum prasidam kare. It says, I want 8 flowers, not the mallika, jasmine, etc. Rose. I want ahimsa, non-violence. I want people should pardon everyone. I should tell people should tell truth. One should give away part of their wealth. Everything, there are the different pushpas or the flowers I want. In my lifetime, I chose only one flower which I could give. Sarva bhuta daya pushpam. Love every human being alike and help them whatever you can do. And that's all I have done. Thank you for recognizing my services and getting an award, particularly in in-laws place, because Narayan Murthy being your child, your institute, I'm getting this award from in-laws place. It means a lot to a daughter-in-law. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
I request the Chairperson Senate to please read out the citation for the award of honorary degree of Doctor of Science to Shri Pulela Gopichand.
Shri Pulela Gopichand, currently the Chief National Coach of the Badminton Association of India and the 2001 All England Badminton Champion and also the recipient of the prestigious Dronacharya Award, was born on 19th November 1973. He graduated with a degree in Public Administration from AV College, Hyderabad, and was the captain of the Indian Combined Universities badminton team during 1990 to 91. In 96, Gopichand won his first national badminton title, which he retained until 2000. He also won 2 gold medals and a silver at the national games in 1998. At the international level, he represented India in different tournaments and won silver medal in the team event and bronze in men's single at the 1998 Commonwealth Games. His first major international recognition came in 1999 when he won the Toulouse Open and Scottish Open tournaments. He was subsequently bestowed with Arjun Award by the Government of India in the year 2000. In 2001, Gopichand defeated Peter Gade, the then reigning number one in the semi-finals of the All England Open Championships, and lifted the trophy by defeating Cheng Hong of China. In recognition of this historic victory, the Government of India conferred on him the Rajiv Gandhi Khel Ratna Award. This recognition did much to boost Gopichand's morale, for by then a major part of his sporting career had been spent in battling inadequate coaching and healthcare facilities. Following the cessation of his career on the field, he went on to establish a system that assures players the best possible training and healthcare to help them realize their potential. Gopichand has untiringly persisted despite numerous odds in his ambition to give Indian badminton a place on the global arena. In its 10-year existence, the Gopichand Badminton Academy has produced world-renowned players such as Saina Nehwal, P.V. Sindhu, Shrikant Kidambi and P. Kashyap, who have secured bronze and silver medals in Olympics as well as gold, silver and bronze medals in several Badminton World Federation Super Series championships. Gopichand was awarded the Padma Shri Award in 2005 and Padma Bhushan in 2014. He served as the official Indian Olympic badminton team coach in the Rio Olympics held in 2016 in Brazil. It is only fitting that IIT Kanpur recognizes the stupendous contributions of Gopichand in catapulting Indian badminton to the competitive levels of the highest order. IIT Kanpur takes pride and pleasure in conferring upon Shri Pulela Gopichand the award of the degree of Doctor of Science honoris causa on this day, 28th of June, 2019.
I request Chairperson Senate to please come forward for the award of degree of Doctor of Science to Shri Pulela Gopichand. I request Chairperson Board of Governors to please come forward and present a memento to Shri Pulela Gopichand.
Distinguished guests on the dais, ladies and gentlemen, my dear students. First of all, would like to thank IIT Kanpur for bestowing this honor on me, to think me capable of having this honor. For me, when I was young, there were only 2 careers for especially Telugu people. I think there were only 2 careers. Either you would go become an engineer or a doctor. I was also in the same boat, and I was struggling between studies and badminton. And to make my life more complex, my brother went to IIT Madras. So today, I think standing in front of you receiving this honorary degree from IIT Kanpur, somewhere in my deepest thoughts, maybe it was left in my mind somewhere in my heart that that degree I should have had, or I should have gone to IIT, I don't know. God, I'm very thankful to God for actually helping me with this dream which I'm not even aware of. And for me, I think life has been a great gift. I think to be able to play sport as a career is something which I really I'm truly honored to, and would once again thank IIT Kanpur for bestowing this honor on me and this lovely function. And to all of the young students here, all the very best, and hope you all do great things in life. Thank you very much.
Let the record of the degrees be presented to the Chairperson Board of Governors for his signatures.
The recipients of all the degrees, please rise.
संस्मरन्तु भवन्तः भवदीय मिद ज्ञान विज्ञानम राष्ट्रस्य पवित्रको निधि तस्मात् अस्योपयोगः स्वदेशस्य स्वशिक्षण संस्थानस्य च गौरवानुरूपं समग्र विद्यान्तरेण कस्यामपि दशायाः भवद्भिः स्वकीया व्यावसायिकी मर्यादा चारित्रिक महत्ता च सयत्नं संरक्षणीय मनसा वाचा कर्मणा च सर्वथा लोक कल्याण प्रयत्न्यम अनुशासन प्रिय सदा भाव्यम स्मरन्त्यास शुवैतनचन यानी अनभ्यानी कर्माणि तानि सेवित्यानि नो इतराणि. Remember that your knowledge and intellectual attainment is the most secret wealth of the nation. You shall therefore use it in a manner befitting the honor and dignity of your country and of your alma mater. You shall make every effort in all circumstances to uphold the dignity of your profession and integrity of your character. You shall endeavor in every way through thought, words and action to bring about the well-being of people. You must live a well-disciplined life. Never forget the commandment of the sacred scriptures. Thou shalt perform deeds that are commendable and no others.
Recipients of all the degrees, please be seated.
Let the candidates for the awards and medals be presented. May I request the Honorable Chief Guest to please come forward for the presentation of the awards.
Sir, I present Someshwar Jain, who has been declared the winner of the President's Gold Medal for the year 2019 for the best academic performance among graduating students of all disciplines in all 4-year, 5-year undergraduate programs. Sir, I present Sunil Kumar Pandey, who has been declared winner of the Director's Gold Medal for the year 2019 for outstanding all-round achievement and leadership among students graduating in all 5-year undergraduate programs. Sir, I present Anant Narayan Vats, who has been declared winner of the Director's Gold Medal for the year 2019 for outstanding all-round achievement and leadership among students graduating in all 4-year undergraduate programs. Sir, I present Mugdha Arora, who has been declared winner of the Ratan Swarup Memorial Prize for the year 2019 for the best all-rounder among students graduating in all 4-year, 5-year undergraduate programs. Sir, I present Santosh Kumar C, who has been declared winner of the Dr. Shankar Dayal Sharma Medal for the year 2019 for the best all-round performance in a graduating student in the MTech, MBA, MDes, MSR, PhD and MSc PhD dual degree programs based on general proficiency including character and conduct, excellence in academic performance, extracurricular activities and social service. Alongside you. Sir, I present Professor Amit Shekhar Kuber of the Department of Mathematics and Statistics for the award of the Sushila and Kantilal Mehta Award for the year 2019 for motivating and encouraging students to pursue pure mathematics through his teaching and research. Sir, I present Professor Bakar Mazari of the Department of Electrical Engineering for the award of Gopal Das Bhandari Memorial Distinguished Teacher Award for the year 2019.
Honorable Chief Guest Dr. BVR Mohan Reddy, who also incidentally happens to be our distinguished alumnus, Ms. Sudha Murthy, Dr. Tessie Thomas, and Shri Pulela Gopichand, recipients of honoris causa and who can now be called our alumni, Dr. K. Radhakrishnan, Chairman Board of Governors, IIT Kanpur, members of Board of Governors, members of Academic Senate, all graduating students and their family members, members of faculty, alumni, staff, and students' communities, invited dignitaries, distinguished guests, members of media, ladies and gentlemen. I heartily welcome you all to the 52nd convocation of the Indian Institute of Technology, Kanpur, being held here on 20th June 2019, which also happens to be the Diamond Jubilee of our institute. On this occasion, let me congratulate all our graduate students and their distinguished achievements in every field and applaud their proud families for providing them constant support and encouragement through this journey. I feel immensely happy today to share some of the highlights of our institute for the academic session which ends in May 2019. This session has been a truly rewarding one. Today, we are awarding 208 PhD degrees, which is by far the highest in the history of our institute. This is the first time that we have crossed 200 number. I'm also delighted to note that of these, 12 students are graduating in our first batch of MTech PhD joint degree program, and 51 of these 208 happens to be women. So this is also the first time that 25% of the PhD graduating students are women. We are also awarding 618 other postgraduate degrees, 175 dual degrees, and 625 undergraduate degrees, and thus a total of 1,626 students will be receiving their degrees today. These numbers truly reflect the strength of our intellectual capital and the robustness of the multidisciplinary education system IIT Kanpur has in place. To continue delivering this world-class education, the institute continues to strengthen its academic program. In fact, we have recently started the curriculum revision of all the undergraduate and postgraduate programs, and I'm hopeful that new structures and programs will be implemented from the next academic session. IIT Kanpur is the only institute amongst the IIT system to have a full-fledged economics department with BS, MS dual degree and PhD programs. We are also thinking of now converting several interdisciplinary programs into a full-fledged departments. Though every convocation, I believe, is a momentous occasion, this is a special one, as I mentioned, that it coincides with the Diamond Jubilee celebration of the institute, and also the fact that I have completed 1 year in office as the director of this institute. Our emphasis on research and development activities continues to grow stronger each year. This year, our sponsored research funding has registered an impressive growth. Currently, 780 externally funded ongoing projects with a total sanction amount of rupees 800 crores are being led by several faculty members of the institute. During the year 2018-19, the institute received for sponsored projects about 211 crores and for consultancy projects 25 crores. I would like to mention here, among several projects that are being sponsored in the institute, the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change has appointed IIT Kanpur as a nodal academic institute to coordinate with all other leading institutions in the states to address the problem of air pollution. This year, we have also started a few research centers of excellence. For example, Center for Technology for Sustainable Development to address the selected sustainable development goals from the UN Charter. Center of Excellence in Defense Technology, which happens to be a joint initiative of IIT Kanpur and Uttar Pradesh Express and Industrial Development Authority to promote innovations in defense products as a part of the UP Defense Corridor. We are also in agreement now with the Mehta Family Foundation to start a new center for engineering in medicine. Vivarium, which is a new experimental facility to boost translational research in biomedical domain and to help the startups in drug discovery research, was recently inaugurated. The research productivity and growth of any institute relies on the growth of its faculty and students. In the past 1 year, I am happy to report the institute has offered 87 faculty positions, out of which 44 have already joined and the others are expected to join in the coming months. Our faculty continues to bring laurels to the institute, and there are far too number of awards. I will mention a few. Professor Nitin Saxena of Computer Science and Engineering received the Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar Prize, and he happens to be one of the youngest scientists to receive this award at the age of 37. Professor Avinash Agrawal of Mechanical Engineering was elected Fellow of the National Academy of Sciences. Professor Arun Shukla of Biosciences and Bioengineering and Professor Yogesh Chauhan of Electrical Engineering got the Swarna Jayanti Fellowship. Professor Tarun Gupta of Civil Engineering received the INAE Innovator Entrepreneur Award 2018. Professor Satish Mariyappan of Aerospace Engineering received the INAE Young Engineer Award. Professor Manas Ghorai of Chemistry Department was elected Fellow of the Indian Academy of Sciences. Professor Animanshu Ghatak of Chemical Engineering was elected Fellow of the Indian National Academy of Engineering. Professor Jitendra Bera of Chemistry Department was awarded J.C. Bose National Fellowship. Professor K. Murlidhar of Mechanical Engineering was elected Fellow of the American Society of Thermal and Fluid Engineers. On the lines of promoting the research output, recently we have taken concrete measures to strengthen our PhD and postdoctoral programs. It is noteworthy that enrollment in the PhD program has more than doubled in the last 5 years, going from 747 in 2013-14 to 1656 as it stands today in 2018-19. We continue to collaborate with international universities for joint PhD programs and have recently signed the MOUs with several of them. Notable among them is National Jiao Tong University, Taiwan, and La Trobe University from Australia. To accommodate our growing research activities and communities, we have launched several new infrastructural projects, which includes the construction of new Earth Sciences Department building, construction of research complex, extension of existing core building, and construction of the multi-storied aerospace building. We have also recently strengthened our administration and governance process and brought few structural changes in administration for an efficient and swift governance of the institute. The true measure of any institute's success lies in the success of its students, who then march ahead and form the backbone of the society. Year after year, our students have made us proud with their accomplishments. They continue to push boundaries and display brilliance, and I'm happy to note few of them. The team IGVC, comprising the undergraduate students and mentored by Professor Mangal Kothari, stood third in the AutoNav challenge among 37 international teams at the 27th Intelligent Ground Vehicle competition. Vipul Bajaj, Soumya Shah, and Ishika Singh won the grand prize of the Deloitte Techno Utsav 2.0, adjudged as the best team after competing with over 9,500 students from 52 campuses across India. Arjun Gupta, Shreya Shri, Manish Chauhan, and Ayushri Gupta won the national round of RBI Policy Challenge 2019 held at the RBI headquarters in Mumbai. To strengthen the numerous core clubs and hobby groups that are seamlessly functioning under Student Gymkhana, we have given a fund of 1.4 crores to the student body. Like every year, this year too, a large number of activities and events were held in 2018-19. The institute organized a Leadership of Academicians program LEAP in November 2018. Tech Kriti celebrated its Silver Jubilee edition with a host of workshops, technical exhibitions, talks, and panel discussion with prominent people like our alumni Anjali Joshi participating in this. Startup Masterclass and Social Entrepreneurs, which was conducted by eCell in association with our alumni associations. These events attracted more than 100 speakers, numerous competitions and workshops, and 1,500 attendees. We also held a second edition of Students' Research Convention in March 2019 by the Academics and Research Cell. To spur innovation and collaborations with industry, IIT Kanpur has taken a giant leap this year by launching a highly ambitious venture, IIT Kanpur Research and Technology Park Foundation, which is called as Technopark. Technopark at IITK is going to be an independent, not-for-profit Section 8 companies under the Companies Act, and it started operations on 1st March this year. In a short span of time, it has established connect with the local industry and currently hosting 6 companies in its transit facility. In future, the creation of dedicated space for the research park, we wish to host about 50 companies in the next 2 years. Our incubation activities continue to thrive and multiply. The Startup Incubation and Innovation Center have now been consolidated again under a Section 8 independent company called FIRST. The FIRST has attracted about 100 crores of external funding and invested about 50 crores from endowments in various startups. We are now setting up an agri-tech incubator which will be funded by the Melinda and Bill Gates Foundations and Tata Trust. We are also in discussion with the UP government and the Department of Biotechnology for a biodesign fellowship program to promote the Meditech innovations. In the last 1 year, several of our incubating companies have broken all barriers and achieved unprecedented success. Help Us Green, one of these companies, it has revolutionized the social enterprise space, having pioneered the flower recycling technology and converting the temple flower waste into organic vermicompost and biodegradable packaging material. The company's founder, Arpit Agrawal, was selected as one of the 17 young leaders for Sustainable Development Goal by the United Nations. CDS Space Robotics, that works in the area of unmanned vehicles, was recently in news for which flew with requisite cold chain for a far-flung Uttarakhand village. Krishnam Technology works in IoT-based water technology and it won the Best Startup Award in the Social Impact category. Revenue Secretary, Mr. Ram Sevak Sharma was reappointed as the Chairman of Telecom Regulatory Authority of India. Dr. Archana Shukla was appointed as the Director of Indian Institute of Management, Lucknow, and Dr. Dheeraj Sanghi was appointed as the Director of the Punjab Engineering College. Many of our alumni and other well-wishers have also been instrumental in making generous contributions to this institute. I am happy to note that this year we have pledged of about $5.7 million in the last 12 months. Notable among them is a pledge of $2.5 million by Mehta Family Foundation, Ranjit Singh Endowment to set up a Ranjit Singh Roji Shiksha Kendra, and incidentally also from BVR Mohan Reddy, recognized for our consistent and continuing endeavors towards the society as a hallmark of our unique identity. We are also happy to be working with CSC E-Governance Services India Limited, which is a flagship company of Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, to participate in MHRD's Unnat Bharat Abhiyan. This initiative will help the villages access the several public utility services, education services and social welfare scheme offered by the Government of India. This year we have implemented some of the important socially relevant initiatives spearheaded by the Government of India. With JEE Advanced, the supernumerary allocation of seats for the girl child touches 17% this year. The economically weaker section reservation of 10% is being implemented across all our UG and PG programs in a ratio of 4% this year and 6% next year. Once again, I would like to extend a very hearty congratulations to all our graduating students. I feel immensely proud that I can be a part of this special day of your life. As you charter your professional career, I urge you to be deeply conscious of the fact that you belong to that privileged class which got opportunity to study in this public funded institute, and therefore you have even more responsibility to pay back to the society and the nation. Be ready to work hard and sacrifice for a prosperous new India. As Swami Vivekananda had said, be moral, be brave, have faith in yourself. All power is within you and you can do anything and everything. While you possess the energy of youth, rouse yourself and aspire for working for the welfare of humanity. May God bless you and lead you all to the fulfillment of your aims. I wish you all the best in your professional career, and I assure you that IIT Kanpur will always be there for your support. Stay in touch with your alma mater, enhance its glory and fame wherever you go. Thank you. Jai Hind.